right, so you sent over a few articles about AI and tech that I thought were really interesting,
Yeah.
and we're going to do a deep dive into them today.
Yeah, sounds fun.
So we have one about kind of exploring the capabilities and limitations of all these new AI tools.
Mhm.
We have another one that I thought was really interesting about AI art versus human art.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And then just kind of a fun one to end on, a helpful list of the top 5 AI tools to boost productivity this year.
Oh, love it. So
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about there.
there really is. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Where do you want to start?
Well, I think the one that I've been thinking about a lot lately is this whole AI tools thing
Yeah.
because
It's moving so fast.
it really is. And it's, every day it seems like there's something new that comes out.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's changing, the way we work, the way we live, the way we create. Like everything's changing so fast. Absolutely. And the article about AI tools,
Hmm.
I mean, there were a couple things that I thought were really interesting.
Yeah,
Like, for example, I know you're a big coder,
I am.
and they were talking about this tool called Codex, which I guess some software developers are using,
Yeah.
that basically can write code so much faster. Like,
Right. It can really help.
imagine the amount of time you could save if you had.
Oh, I mean, it's a game changer for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been using it myself a bit, and it's not perfect, but
Yeah.
it can really speed things up.
But that's what was really interesting to me is that the article was saying, there's this potential downside,
Right.
which is if developers become too reliant on these tools,
Hmm.
are they gonna like kind of lose some of their own coding skills?
Exactly. I mean, that's the fear, right?
Yeah.
Is it making us, less skilled in a way?
No, it's kind of a double-edged sword a little bit.
It is. It really is. And I think that's something we have to be really mindful of as we, embrace these tools
Yeah.
is, how to use them to enhance our skills, not replace them.
Yeah, it's all about like finding the right balance, I
Mhm.
think.
Absolutely.
And the article gave another example too. I think he was talking about
Hmm.
like AI-powered legal assistance,
Yes.
which I thought was
That's another big one.
so interesting because they were talking about, like how these tools can analyze like huge volumes of legal documents and pull out the key points,
Right.
which could save lawyers so much time.
Oh, tons of time.
But it also said, you still need a skilled human eye to make sure that the AI hasn't missed anything really crucial or misinterpreted something, right?
Right. Exactly.
Like the context.
Yeah, the context and the nuance. And,
Yeah.
and AI is getting better at that.
Right.
But it's not there yet.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a really interesting time to be, in any of these fields
Yeah, I
because
feel like everything's changing.
it's all changing so fast.
Yeah.
And I don't know, what do you think about, this whole AI art versus human art?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, speaking of like finding that balance, right?
Yeah.
That article that you sent about AI art versus human art, I mean, that was really interesting.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of debate about that.
I know. Can you even tell the difference anymore?
Right?
Like,
It's getting harder and harder.
I feel like I can't sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's the really interesting part of this whole discussion is like, what does it even mean to be an artist anymore?
Yeah.
When AI can create these incredibly beautiful and realistic pieces.
Right, right. And one of the things that article is saying, which I thought was really interesting, is
Yeah.
this idea that AI art can kind of democratize art creation. Because, I mean, if you think about it,
Yeah.
like to be a painter
Yeah.
or a sculptor or, any kind of traditional artist,
It takes
like,
years.
it takes years and years of training and practice.
So much practice.
And then all of a sudden, you've got these tools that anyone can use
Wow.
to create something really visually stunning.
Right, and they don't need any prior experience.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think there was a quote in the article from an artist who said AI is like
Oh,
having 1,000 brushes in your hand.
yeah, I loved that quote.
It's a great
1,000 brushes in your hand. I mean,
Yeah,
it's pretty powerful.
that's amazing.
But then there's the other side of it too, right?
Right.
Where people are saying, well, but AI art, it doesn't have the soul,
Yeah.
the emotion
I'm in touch.
of human art.
Yeah.
It's
It's just algorithms and data.
yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a really complex question.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I think there's definitely something to be said for the human experience and the
Hmm.
way that we pour our emotions and our experiences into our art.
Yeah.
But I also think that, AI is a tool
Yeah.
and it can be used in really creative and interesting ways.
Right.
And I don't think it necessarily has to be one or the other.
Right.
I think there's room for both.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And the article talked about this study that they did
Oh, yeah.
where they showed people a bunch of artworks, some created by humans, some created by AI, and they asked them to guess which was which.
Oh, wow.
And the results were fascinating.
Yeah. What happened?
People couldn't really tell the difference
Oh, wow.
reliably.
So they were getting it wrong.
Yeah, they were guessing.
Wow.
And,
Wow.
sometimes they were right, right? Sometimes they were wrong.
Yeah, that's.
And it really makes you question, like, what is art?
Yeah.
What is creativity?
Yeah, it really blurs those lines
It totally does.
in a way we haven't seen before.
Yeah, it's exciting and scary at the same time.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So, okay, well, I want to switch gears just a little bit
Sure.
because I know you're a big productivity nerd,
I am.
and you sent me this list of the top 5 AI tools
Yes.
to boost productivity
I did?
this year. And was there anything on that list that you thought was particularly like interesting or helpful or
Yeah, actually, there were a couple that really stood out to me.
yeah, which ones?
The first one was this tool that uses AI to help you write better
Okay.
and faster.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Right. It's like, it can check your grammar, your spelling,
Mhm.
but it also like suggests ways to make your writing more clear and engaging.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's
More than just like a grammar checker.
Yeah.
It's like having an editor,
Yeah.
in your computer.
And then the second one that I thought was really interesting was
Yeah.
this time management tool
Okay.
that uses AI to like analyze your work patterns and suggest ways to like optimize your schedule and avoid distractions.
Okay, see, that's the one I need. Like that's the one.
Because you do so much writing and research.
Yeah, I do.
I feel like that could be really helpful for you.
Yeah, I definitely need to check that out.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for ways to like be more productive.
Sure.
It's amazing though, isn't it? Just how
Yeah.
AI is finding its way into like every
aspect of our lives.
aspect of our lives.
It's incredible.
It really is.
And I think, it's just going to continue to grow and evolve
Yeah.
and become even more integrated.
Yeah, and so it's like we were saying, right? It's all about like how do we use these tools wisely, I think.
Exactly. And I think that, brings up a really important question for you to think about, which
Yeah.
is, as AI continues to evolve at this incredible pace,
Mm-hmm.
what unique skills and knowledge
Yeah.
will be most valuable for you?
Yeah.
What steps can you take to stay ahead of the curve
Right.
and harness the power of AI
Yeah.
while still retaining your own distinct human strength?
Yeah, that's a great point to ponder, I think.
It is.
It's like we've been given this
Yeah.
incredible set of tools,
Yeah,
and now it's up to us to figure out how to use them
absolutely.
wisely and effectively.
Absolutely and effectively, yeah.
Well, this has been great.
Yeah, this was a fun deep dive.
Yeah, I know. I feel like we could keep talking about this for hours,
Oh, yeah.
but we're out of time.
We are.
So thank you so much for diving deep with me today.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
I think we both learned a lot,
I think so, too.
and I hope you listening out there learned a lot too.
Yes, we hope you enjoyed it.
All right, well, we'll see you next time for another deep dive.
See you next time.